My name is Nimo and I'm a senior psychotherapist in the NHS. My job obviously is, I'm part of the senior management team, but also it's very much clinical as well. So I see people with anxiety disorders, depression, post-traumatic stress disorder, eating disorders, people with long-term health conditions as well. I specialise in working with diabetes, cardiac problems, and you might think, what does psychology have to do with physical health problems? But there is a huge link, and it's about helping people adapt to their physical health conditions, because there is a lot of when obviously someone's got a chronic condition, their mental health is going to deteriorate, so it's really important that they look after themselves emotionally and psychologically, because that has an impact on how they are physically as well in terms of their conditions such as diabetes and cardiac problems. So I faced a lot of different obstacles. I was at uni, when I was at uni doing my psychology degree, I was told from the get-go, this is going to be a really competitive profession, nobody gets a job as a psychologist or as a psychotherapist, so there's no point of me even trying. So that was an obstacle, because already I was going in as an underdog, really, feeling that actually I'm not really going to get very far in this. I faced many rejections though. I remember when I got my first job, I was rejected. Well, when I mean rejected, I went tons of interviews where I was told, nope, you haven't got the experience, nope, you haven't got this, nope, you'll do this, nope, you can't do that. And you know, it was very hard, because already at the back of my mind I was told, you're not going to get very far. So it was almost as if it was reinforcing that. Also, the other obstacle was family, because obviously in our community it's all about, you've got to be a doctor, you've got to be a lawyer. Why do you want to help? You know, why do you want to work in what we call ilmi nafsi, which is psychology? So that was another barrier. My family said, don't do this, it's not going to help you, you're going to be working with crazy people. So I thought, but do you know what, that I can't allow that. Again, this is something I want to do, so I can't allow, and my family don't know what they don't know. So I needed to prove to them that actually this is something that is worth pursuing. I couldn't think of anything that I would rather do than this. I feel really lucky. I feel so grateful to be in a place where I could learn from, because I honestly believe in what I do. I'm not an expert that just shoves this information down someone's throat. Actually, I'm learning from all of these different experiences, these people. I see so many different people from different backgrounds, ethnicities, and different life experiences. So I feel so grateful. I can't read anyone's mind. I'm not telepathic. I believe mental health is not something just that you get to at one point. It's fluid. You can go in and out of low mood and depression. You can go in and out of, so it's a fluid thing. It's not just a label that's put on somebody that means for the rest of their life that's something that they have to be stuck with. So I think religion, the lack of education, this huge stigma that somehow having a mental health problem means that you're less of a person, that's another thing. And you know, just generally, I think the theme of it is just lack of education. So, and that's one of my passions, is to instill that education in our community, especially. What I wanted was, why can't I give my fellow sisters and my community the skills I'm teaching these people? Why can't I give them the tools to be able to look after themselves and understanding their low mood and anxiety, and give them evidence, scientifically proven coping mechanisms, so that they can get out of these cycles, they can get out of this black hole, and then they can live the rest of their life having a good quality of life, before things get so bad that they struggle so much to go back. So for me, it's all about early interventions. It's all about how do we help people early on so that they don't have to suffer for the rest of their lives. So #pro tip for me is never ever give up, and always stand guard of the door of your mind. protect what goes in, who you listen to, what you read, and ensuring that you're surrounding yourself with the right people, surrounding yourself with the right things in order to nourish your mind and help you overcome the psychological barriers that you are going to face, you know, getting to success, really, the road to success. So that's definitely my tip, not giving up, regardless of who tells you you can't do it. Not listening to the naysayers, not listening to anyone that tells you you can't do it. So that's definitely my two main tips. Hashtag growing up Somali to me means your mum telling you "Mesha kasona kote kunoko." Hashtag shouldn't have for me is I shouldn't have listened to some of the naysayers at the beginning, right at the beginning of my career when I was at university. And even though I didn't allow them to stop me, there was a point where I allowed them to infiltrate my mind for a short period of time, where I started believing and taking on board what their insecurities, what their fears of failures and their negative thoughts were. I allowed myself to take that on board, and that's something that I shouldn't have done, because at that time I think it slowed me down slightly. Having said that, I'm so grateful for them, because I am where I am because of that, of being able to say, you know what, no, I'm not going to buy into your perception of the world. There is so much for me, so much opportunities, and I'm not going to allow 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, even thousands of people, you know, infiltrate my mind and get in the way of my you know, what I want to, my dreams and the things I want to do. The other thing is, I should have, I think, at the beginning as well, put myself forward for a lot more opportunities, because like I said, I allowed myself to slow down and I didn't put myself forward for things that really scared me. And I do believe that in order to get to success, you really need to overcome, and you need to get out of your comfort zone. You need to put yourself in positions where you are going to be uncomfortable, because I believe it's in those when you're uncomfortable, that's when you're going to grow. That is when you're going to grow, and that's when you're going to expand, and that's when you're going to become the person you were supposed to be. So definitely push yourself forward, put yourself forward for anything that you feel is going to grow you, grow yourself personally, grow yourself, because I do believe personal growth and working on yourself is what will manifest your success in the external world. So hashtag thankful. I would say, firstly, I am so thankful for so much. I'm overwhelmed with gratitude in terms of everything that I've gone through, the good, the bad and the ugly. But the main things I'm grateful for is, number one, my family, and you know, my mum especially, who really pushed me even though there are times I didn't believe in myself. Well, the other thing I'm grateful for is the people that I surround myself, my friends, and you know, who constantly push me, who also are so loving and so kind, and just so, at times when I think, oh, I don't know if I could do, you know, that, because I still have times like that. I still have times where I think, can I do this? And that is, you know, that's what you have to look out for, and it's okay to have those doubts sometimes. But if you're around people that actually help remind you that actually you're so capable of so much, I think you're so lucky, and I'm honestly, I feel so grateful for that.